Hey guys, Paul Morrow here again for opsdesk.org doing the 3-minute recap for Thursday, 30 October. So, a couple of items today that I think are big ticket items that we need some clarity on. The first, the tariffs. Coincidentally, I did the tariffs last night and I talked about the fact that I do think that the tariffs are going to be struck down at SCOTUS. And that is a problem because unless there is a trade agreement in place, we're going to have to give that money back. And those countries are going to get lawyers here in our country and say, you got to give that money back to us and make restitution. Now, if there's a trade deal in place that has since been cut, that obtains. And so that narrows the window. It would just be from when the tariffs were put in place up to the trade agreement. But that is going to be billions anyway. So coincidentally, I did this last night. Today, the Senate passed a non-binding resolution. All the Democrats and 4 Republicans voted with the Democrats, essentially to condemn the use of the Emergency Powers Act that Donald Trump used to get tariffs through, that is not valid. And in fact, I do think that's the way it's going to go at SCOTUS, because it's right in the Constitution that Congress has the tariff power. Here's the issue, though. If that's how 4 Republican senators feel, and it was sponsored by Rand Paul, of course, a very big Trump critic, and joining him were the RINOs, Collins and Murkowski, and then Mitch McConnell, who I think is just butthurt by the fact that Trump doesn't cater to him. The bottom line is, if you're going to do that, you need to have an answer here for the fact that we have this tremendous trade deficit that is destroying the country. Our economics don't work, and we're servicing our debt. We're operating as a nation at a loss. Now, Rand Paul would say, well, the way to fix that is to stop spending. We have to cut our spending. Very easy to say. You ain't going to get that through, and I don't see you trying to get that through. You're not going to get that through the current Congress. Murkowski and Collins will vote against Rand Paul on any cuts to spending because they're realistically, in my mind, much closer to the Democrats than Republicans. So I really find the fact that they're throwing stones like this while living in that glass house to be really disingenuous and not good leadership. And realistically, what should happen, as I said last night, is Congress should step up, should do something about the tariffs, and let's not lose sight of the fact that it's the tariffs that gives Donald Trump the leverage to cut these trade deals that we need so desperately to balance our international trade. And the second issue, I just want to mention this Bill O'Reilly, who's really turning into a law enforcement star out there in LA's U.S. Attorney's Office, is continuing a case that started under the Bidens. So I don't want to hear it. Started under the Bidens, but he's bringing a case against the BLM fraud. This will be fun to watch. Paul Morrow for the Ops Desk.